Optus's disastrous week is going from bad to worse as the telco has handed down a $100 million fine over appalling sales conduct. The company's CEO is refusing to resign in the wake of the 000 outrage. As it's revealed, Optus did not follow the procedure that was in place to protect calls during the network firewall upgrade. Monique van der Hayden reports.
A failure to follow the standard process has been blamed for the Optus outage linked to multiple deaths across South Australia and WA. A failure to follow the standard process has been blamed for the Optus outage, which is linked to multiple deaths across South Australia and WA. CEO Stephen Rue revealing calls should have been diverted from the relevant core network prior to any system upgrades.
Our preliminary investigations have determined that on the first night of the upgrade, the steps taken on past successful upgrades of a similar nature were not followed.
An independent review will be led by Dr. Kerry Scott into the procedures taken by the telco during the outage and the hours which followed.
I have made a commitment to be as open and transparent as we can. There are no words that can express how sorry I am about the very sad loss of the lives of 4 people who could not reach emergency services in their time of need.
The revelation comes as Optus faced the federal court on Wednesday over an unrelated ACCC investigation into misleading conduct, the court consenting to a $100 million settlement agreed upon by the two parties. At least 400 customers across 16 stores between 2019 and 2023 were impacted. Specifically, Optus admitted to staff pressuring pensioners, those with disabilities or even the financially vulnerable into buying products they didn't understand or in some cases couldn't even use. In the Northern Territory, some from remote Indigenous communities were sold plans despite living in areas without Optus coverage. Justice O'Sullivan telling the court the conduct can only be described as appalling. Optus senior management knew or ought to have known about the system failures, which allowed for the unconscionable conduct, which can rightly be described as predatory, but failed to act with any sense of urgency. Optus has also agreed to make changes to address its conduct, including restructuring its commission program so that it doesn't rely so heavily on sales going forward.